tripping. Hold up. Okay. There it is. All right. Is this thing on? Just kidding. Hold on, let's pull this up just a bit right there. All right. What's up, YouTube? What's up, cyberspace? How's it going, internet land? This your boy, Crypto Bruh, aka More World Peace the DJ, coming back again with another daily update of the Zen token. Whatever you're looking for, if it's not Zen, you're probably not gonna find it here. And shout outs to everybody that is always coming through, hitting the like button, leaving comments, subscribing to the channel. Really do appreciate all of the love I get from the internet. It does help me go, yeah, let's do this shit tomorrow morning. You know what I'm saying? So do enjoy all of the little tiny things. Big ups to everyone. And yeah, I did say I was gonna come out with an NFT regarding some of the music that I have in the show, but I couldn't figure out the album art. So as an artist, I don't think it's ready yet. I just don't think it's ready. Just don't think it. It's like when I wanted to release my XENFTs, it was just like the world wasn't ready yet. And sometimes it'd be like that. Just gotta wait for everything to fall into place. So hopefully there's some inspiration this week. So then this weekend we can do the NFT release of the music from the show. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see if I get blessed with that album art. It's gotta be fire. It's gotta be sick. But we've been learning more about AI and utilizing like stable diffusion and stuff to make art. So I just been in the think tank. Okay. But oops. See, my scenes are all messed up now. Here we go. All right. So let's get to it, man. I got my little setup back now. I'm back in my motherfucking chair. You know what I'm saying? So everything feels controlled. Everything feels back to normal. This weekend we had a pretty active weekend. Well, let me lift this up a little bit. There we go. I love this corner because sound is more closed in than me sitting in the middle of the room. Lols. But yeah, looks like this weekend we had a lot going on in Zen. We're like in the super duper bear time right now. Like this is pretty bearish. Like from the traditional market to the DeFi market. And then now that what has happened with Titan, this is just pretty much, this was like the straw to break the camel's back. I can feel it in the energy. A lot of people seem very tired with crypto, so this is making me pretty bullish on the outcome of everything else. And that's kind of why, like, for me personally, I'm all about just staying loyal to distribution and supply and branding, normal things to advertise and creating businesses or creating culture, bruh. Like, it's just normal fucking things, right? Good brand, good attitude, good product, success, right? And then you can get a little bit more technical, which is, well, how does that product made, right? And that's why Zen, I'm trying to tell motherfuckers, but it's up to them if they want to listen. It's up to them. And oh yeah, this is a kid's show, but not a kid's show. So sorry for the curse words. It is a Monday. Oh, I didn't even say what day it is. It is October 30th. Tomorrow is Halloween. Where's Zen Game at? I haven't even checked that this morning before I even get deeper and deeper into this shit. Yeah, because like, what do you call it? I have for those that are watching and watching later, I think like Zen Game's gonna, if it's pretty low today, this shit can end tomorrow. Yeah, we're gonna keep our eye on this. Tomorrow, people gotta go trick-or-treating with their kids. So we'll see whether or not they can stay loyal to the game, or if the game ends up ending because everybody is trick-or-treating. So it's nice to see it at 5 hours today. I was playing this yesterday, having some fun. Ooh, we got a big key burner. Speculation. First big burn of keys from this address here. If you want to go and do some investigation work, want to be an investigator, You go see here. Looks like they, yeah, I mean, it's smart to FOMO out. Definitely burning keys. Good idea. It's crazy to see that the first big burn has happened. Very interested to see how much is burned. Speculating on the ending of the game. I got my eyes on it, so I'm not gonna let it end. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. All right, let's go back to Zen. Zen is up next, guys. Yo, what's up, Sixer? Zen is up next. Zen is next, or Zen is now. How about that? It's now next. Look at this motherfucking chart, bro. This is fucking dope. See, the crazy thing about Zen is you don't need to be buying it, but now we're in a state of buying it. So a year later, we've already gone around the moon and the sun one time. So it's pretty, not late, but it's, you know, matured. So we can go to the daily. We have a lot of data to go left. Right now we're in a critical area. I said this on Friday, so big ups to everybody that was here on Friday. If you remember, you can even go back to the stream and see it. I was saying we have a critical support here at 6.51, and when we were over here, I was saying like, yo, there is this possibility that the traders can start liquidating themselves back into Ethereum, because that's the hot potato game that's being played with Zen, right? So outside of all the drama and like personalities, Zen is still a utility, still an ERC20 that is functioning as a fairly launched cryptocurrency. So everybody has the same bids and everybody is in the same pool. There's no extraness that can happen. And yeah, I mean, we came right back to this trend line, and now we're finding a little bit of a support area off this trend. Would I say, should we get confident? I want to get extremely confident. You know, I want to throw in the whole fucking shebangy on it. I still believe in minting, so I still feel like, I mean, as someone right now who doesn't have that much liquid Zen, you know, I got a couple 100 million or whatever. So as someone who's not holding a bag, you know, I want to see it successful, but at the same time, I would like to see a little bit more retracement. I would like to see the FUD become stronger and us get to a lower low, but it's starting to look and feel like people this weekend are understanding like, okay, yeah, Zen is a different coin. It's not like every other coin, you know, it's surviving different types of FUD. You can't FUD around Zen. And that's what's cool about it. Like that's why everybody's still game, even though there's FUD to be had, you know. And I'm chilling right now. It's so beautiful, especially that I got the XENblocks. I'm fucking chilling, bro. I haven't made many moves this weekend. Most of the moves were just trying to play the game of figuring out a position. So I got some keys on Zen game because I happened to get the reset. Looks like it's resetting right now, actually. Here, let's see. But yeah, I happened to grab some keys for the low on a reset. So I was like, whatever, I'll get some keys, because then I'll burn them keys, you know, for the total burn this time around. I won't get caught standing in the sand holding my motherfucking keys at the end of the game. But yeah, it looks like a reset's happening right now. One more person by the key, get that going. But yeah, I'm gonna play this one a little bit differently than I did the first one. I'm really focused on just trying to win the pot, so buying one key at a time is my strategy. And then I only got, like, again, I only got these 1,000 because I bought them on a reset, and that means that burning them is you know, that's the goal. Like, we're gonna burn the keys, but I want to keep my eye on this burn idea. I wish I had like a better layout. It'd be cool if we could see, like, it's just like a DV Zen, right? Like, we can't see everybody's keys, so there is that pseudo mysterious feeling of like, well, what the fuck, right? But I mean, some would say that's good, some would say that's ratchet. I would say, I guess it's the game. But if someone decided to just dissect Zen.game, grab the contract, start ripping apart some of the function calls and trying to get the data, so we can see, you know, maybe we can see wallet addresses and key balances, you know, and then it would be very interesting to see like the bigger key holders in their mannerisms, like this person who went ahead and, you know, exited. right? But now they're gonna get most of the ETH. Like if this game, when this game ends, I think it's like 3 ETH right now out of the 14, because 7 ETH is gonna go to the winner, and then the other 7 ETH is gonna be divided into the Apex fund, the burn fund, and then the next game. So I think the burn fund should have 3 Ethereum out of this 14 right now. Right, and then that's why then now this person is the leader, because that's the biggest wallet to burn so far, and they burn 423,000 keys. And look at this, this is what I like about it, is if you can get there on time, you can see everything. So what they did was they withdrawed their funds, and when you withdraw your earnings, it's going to tell you, hey, when you do this, you're going to burn your keys. So you want to do that though, so you're in the key burn fund to get some rewards to hopefully ROI on your entry. But again, if you want to play that game, you could be number 1 and get majority of the burn funds. So there are going to be people who buy a bunch of keys to burn them, and most of these people though are going to be coming from the fair launch. So you really want to get into the fair launch. Yeah, this is round 2. There's a possibility this can end. Like, I'm not going to say it's not going to end. There are going to be people who could say round 2 is going to, this is the round that lasts forever. I ain't believing that shit. This game is going to end. But it should, hopefully it should catch on, and maybe we get a ton of rounds. And that's, I think that's going to be really cool. That means constant buying and burning of Zen. Every new round, there's going to be a bunch of accumulated ETH that's just going to buy and burn Zen. So I think more rounds is on the horizon. I actually don't think one game anymore. I think game 1 had to last forever. That shit is done. So playing the best strategy here in Zen game is going to be, wiggling through or navigating through the different areas of getting passive crypto, such as, the Apex fund, the burn key fund, whole keyed funds, those little passive things. Putting a hyper focus on those and building strategies around it. So this person, just to get back to them, they looks like they were part of the beginning, right? They were in that fair launch, so they already ROI'd probably and burned a ton of keys for not that much. So right now, if this is how much money they spent, that's their ROI, and now they're on the horizon of getting 3 ETH. What a return! You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure though some people have millions of keys from the fair launch, so that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the millions of burns, and I have this strategy where I think if because who cares if they're listening or if they're using me as leverage. We know the game. So if you decide to burn all your keys, then all it takes is a group of people to take the clock away from the key burners. And now they're like, fuck. So I do think the game is going to end. So I do think it's smart to burn your keys. But I also think this could be a battle to the end. So I'm keeping my eye out for that million key burner. I know there's probably going to be like 2 or 3 of them. I know you're out there. So whenever those start to initiate, that's when I'm gonna keep my my ETH ready to deploy to push this clock back to 12. We're gonna have a shootout. Pow pow. Hey, shout out Shaka Vibes with a 5 gift. Titan X is garbage shit emoji check. Oh, I don't have any mods. Or well, I guess I have Tree City West. What's up, Tree City West? I see you. You didn't hop in. I make you mod, Sixer. I fuck with you. I'm gonna mod the 6. 6. Save the chat. But let people talk. Let the beef happen. Shout outs to Shaka Vibes with the 5 piece. And I see you OA, Amar, Minja, Sixer, all picking it up. Big ups, bro. Wiggity wiggity. We're finna talk about some XENblocks. Stop bringing on people. I see you raising the difficulty. It's getting real on the XENblock side. But yeah, man, I'm hyped about the build outs, right? So going back to Zen price, because we went on a tangent with Zen game. Zen game, with all those things happening, all that shit is attached to the price now. And Zen game is really the catalyst to the takeoff here. So if people keep playing this game and it keeps attracting ETH into it, I can't see anything really pushing the price down, because now again people are starting to believe in Zen again because of all this shit going on, and how this is a ecosystem that's still like, once you look at it, you're still in the right position to navigate yourself to a better ecosystem, right? Obviously you're running around looking for something, right? I was the same person before I found Zen. I was looking for the most stable blockchain experience. That was it. Like, where can I get some passive income and get crypto and be a part of the rise of crypto? Like, where can I get this experience? So Zen just happened to answer a lot of questions for me way back 100 days into it. I had my epiphany moment where I was like, yeah, this is stability and scalability. So I feel like others are starting to feel it. Now, hopefully we can get back above this 51 region, so this 6051. If we can really get a solid breakout here and start moving back up, again, I think we're just gonna hit the reverse. If we go to the daily here, we can hopefully come up and try to reach here. But we see here the 200 it's taking a dip, and that's good too. That's what I'm saying. If we can really recover right now, it would look good. But that's hopium, because the setup is here. So there's still miners, there's still a lot of animosity and people who hate I'm just gonna say hate the outcome of today. So there is this possibility that we can still see some downside, and we want to see that flushing now rather than later. But again, the things that I see giving us some buy support is this in game, and it's very small, but you know, it's gonna add up. $100 a day burnings in, that shit gonna add up. I mean, look how much they've burned already. They've burned over 12 billion Zen, right? 12 billion, 100,000 million billion. Yeah, so they're doing it up, bro, at the bottom. You know, something else I just started keeping my eye on again is I've been back on Phoenix, getting my Phoenix together, I guess. Most of my Phoenix is on Avalanche, so I do like Avalanche, you know, despite all of the work I put into creating a lot of value over there. That's pretty much zero. So that's why I learned maybe I should have stayed on ETH, but now I have it, so I have to figure out what I'm gonna do with it. And the beauty thing of Zen and it being on other chains is that it's not subjective to the death of the chains or whatever. Like, if DBZen and Rosvin and team can figure shit out, DBZen will stay around on all chains. If Joe Blau has a vision and keeps Phoenix around, it's going to stay around on all the chains it's developed on, because that's the Zen effect. Zen itself, I still think, will be valuable on all chains. I just think that it's going to take time before people realize how they use Zen. Maybe we get one more year of confusion, and then like into 2024, it clicks, pow, everybody's burning Zen nonstop, and it eats up all the Zen on every single chain. That's like what I'm envisioning would be the catalyst for the sub chains. Something big happens on ETH Zen, and then it clicks. Everyone's like, oh shit, I need to be burning Zen. Oh, well, really it's going to be the X1 chain, because it's going to click again. Again, people are going to want the escape. They're going to be looking for something new. That's the narrative in crypto. Every fucking bull run, what's the next 10,000x, right? So everyone's going to be looking for that, and then they're going to see X1 chain with the Zenium, you know, security layer that's proof of work, that's kicking ass, that's got its own little world of crypto nerds on it. You know, that's why I'm like, okay, when 24 Q4 is online, everything will pretty much be on rails. then we should be able to build from there. And all of today's animosity, and I guess you could say like confusion, will be answered. And for those that stay around, they'll be rewarded. That will actually be a 2-year investment in Zen in Q4 2024. So November, mid-November next year, if you're still around and you've held your Zen bags and didn't capitulate, like, yeah, it makes sense for Zen to. That's the scariest thing about getting into a new crypto. I think, like, I realized that in Zen back in May, and it made me sick to my stomach. I was like, dude, we're really gonna have to wait until 2024 before we see the gains? Damn. Like, I thought this shit was gonna happen next year. Like, I literally shame on me. I would say my first bet on Zen was $100. Then when I realized how dope Zen was, that's when I poured in like thousands of dollars into like mining into the future. So I have tons of mints coming out, so I'm stable when it comes to supplying in Zen. But to be honest, did I apply myself in my mints to make money? Like with the outcome of like thinking like, hey, I might make some money off of this. I'll say like, the DJ in me was like, yo, we might make some money off of this. So yeah, what? You know what I'm saying? I thought it was going to do something like that. But in May, I came to the realization that it wasn't going to do that. It's just the reality. Like, real cryptos move in cycles, and stability is built over time. So it is more likely for the cryptocurrency to see success 2 years after its release. The first 2 years is like the bumpy roads. That's like, it's like think of it as like having a real kid. Like, I've never had a real kid, but like I have a niece, and I remember helping my sister in the very beginning, and those first 2 years, like, yeah, those were some hard years learning how to get acclimated to the reality, right? So I think cryptos have the same thing. That's why I like to relate cryptos to like processors. Some of them, I think, or Zen, I am under the impression, if you get into the mindset, it can help you speed up and understand the future layout of technology. And that's what's really cool about being inside of Zen. Like, it's like a processor inside of a processor. But on the spectrum of crypto, Zen has done everything faster than everything in 1 year. And now you have XENblocks, and XENblocks has built a whole ecosystem of different types of things, people, developers, ideas, all in a 2-month span. So we're not even 3 months into XENblocks, and it's already shape shifting the ideology of the ecosystem. So again, things are moving a lot faster once you get into Zen, but just from the outside end, you're already looking at a futuristic token beyond like an Ethereum, beyond like a Bitcoin, right? So knowing all that shit, man, this is why I'm pretty much sold that there ain't nothing better than Zen, bro. There's nothing better than it, and it's fairly launched. It's ready to roll, but it just depends on whether or not the mentors are going to let it go up. And if not, then it's designed to have hyperinflation, and it's designed to decrease in price. And yep. So yeah, we knew this shit back in May. I had to realize it right here when this dump happened. I was like, no. And if you've been following the channel, I held all the way through all this shit. I didn't really start getting pissed off at Zen until like July. That's when I got pissed. And yeah, so if you're mad over here, we were mad back here. And now we're down here. So don't be surprised to be lower than the point where you were mad at. But it's really, again, it's all based on the community, and I think the community wants something new. I think they want something better than what they've already had going for them. Zen is life, says Bud Green. DB Zen has burned so much Zen on all chains. People are delusional thinking it doesn't have value. You're right, Brian. DB Zen is actually pretty fucking crazy. And I was looking at it today. I made a tweet. I made an X. I made a post. It's not here no more. So let's go to the X. Let's go to my X's page. Where's she at? Just kidding. I don't ever want to see my ex ever again. May she have fun wherever she is, because I don't give a beep. So yeah, I posted this. Remember, follow me on X if you want nonstop Zen spam on your timeline. But yeah, so I was looking today, and yeah, it's pretty fascinating seeing people still playing the game. Still people burning, still people buying Zen, burning Zen. So what my thought is there's still some people who have faith that this is going to return, and that's good to see, because we know that it fundamentally has value, fundamentals wise, but what it needs is it needs energy. The energy is Zen coming in with native coin. That energy is brought by users, right? So that's been the struggle of DB Zen, to gather more users. But it is good to see players still playing with high value. Even today, like it's like if you're playing DB Zen while it's on its last leg, you're more likely to be rewarded. But when everyone else rushes into DB Zen because they're like fatigued from hopping around from all over the place, then then you're just jumping around. So what I've been doing actually all morning, I'm almost there, but I haven't really figured it out 100%. But I started to look at creating my access list. So hopefully I'll have this completed in the next, hopefully in this day. I started it this morning, but I was getting some errors. So we can see here, it's telling me that this execution is an error. So I got to figure out why I'm getting this error here. But this is Alchemy. It's a cool reference tool for Ethereum and Solidity stuff. So here, this is basically where a template where you can drag in all the right information and set up a contract call so that you can do an access or create like an access list pod for yourself on DB Zen. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, like the most progressive thing you could do right now is do this while gas is down. Get yourself an access list right now on DB Zen while gas is down. So then when gas goes up, you're already saving with your wallet and you don't have to worry, like, versus people who are going to have to do access list when gas is high as like a benefit tool. So I'm trying to be proactive. I'm saying fuck all that other shit because this is gonna be big, anyways. So with my proactiveness, we're looking at entering into this active list. Maybe even Tree City West knows what time it is. He says Zen is home. Zen is home. Zen is a lifestyle, bruh. Oh, so you already know what it is. Zen is a patience game. If you don't mint, you miss the opportunity. Patience is in the ecosystem, says Sixer. That's a fact, though. Due to the recent events, I have decided to leave Zen and become a Titan Maxi. Damn, we lost Tree City West, guys. He said he's out of here. Man, I mean, we'll see what happens with Titan X. God tells me right now inside of my head, don't do it, but dun. Now we'll see what it does. I bought a bag, so I'm like break even right now. Kind of knew I should have sold up here. This is getting the gut feeling. Because when it had this, let's go to the 1 hour. It's a better explanation of this chart right now. Yeah, so when it did this part right here, this is when I was like, oh, I think I should maybe get like $100 worth of this. Like, if it's gonna fill this is when it's gonna do it. When it has that decisive moment of hour where it's like, nah, we're going up. Don't you know this? Like, don't you know how crypto works? Like, yeah, people they sell in the beginning and then we go up. So it made a good run from this area to this area, but then if you're looking at Titan X, that's why you want to wait until it retraces back to this critical zone. So let's see, from here to here, you feel me? which is, how many zeros is that? RIP. RIP to the homies that bought on the top. It's Halloween though. You got your costume now. You're full. But I do think again, like, I don't want to hate on it because it's crypto and entrepreneurs are gonna create things and they're gonna try their best to make it cryptocurrency. That's kind of what I feel like this is. And again, also I was saying, if you participated in this and you're mad now that, you know, Jake made 3% on everything, it was in the code, bro. Like, it was there. And that's what it was all about. That's why I was like, man, this is an amazing deploy. Now the stability of the price, that's just cryptocurrency. So hopefully it looks like this is a 92% drop from the top. So that's really good. But where's your 99% from that top there? Just wait for Levin's law. Okay, so yeah, so literally back to 6 zeros. Is that what that is? Is that 7 zeros? Or is that 8 zeros? I think that's 8 zeros. Damn. I don't think we'll get that washed though. Yeah, you might want to watch that 99% though. Shout outs Titan. And I guess you would say too, this is a buy opportunity if you really care about it. You should be like, yeah, we buying, you know. But that's why, at least on DBZen right now, let's go to DBZen. DBZen's looking super duper good. It's holding well, and it did exactly what I thought it would do. So if you've been following the channel, you already know. You fucking know. I don't know. I'm not trying to say I'm a goat or anything, but I will say this: math is a hell of a drug. All my lines are based off mathematical percentages most of the time. Most of the time I'm doing like 50% from a certain range because it's so fairly launched that we're still in this premature market making concept where I think we're all respecting math because it just makes it easier for everyone's portfolio. Like if it retraces 50% from a top, you know, it's just more, you know, it's just smarter for everyone. Right. So this is another signal to know, like, people are trading it down, but they're waiting for liquidity to show up because they're doing this shit mathematical to the T, like 25%, and then from 25 to another 50%, and then chopping hard here off of the FUD and slightly pushing it up. So that's why, again, it's like, hey, well, since we touched 80, the next 50 would be the 40 cents. It's like 40 cents or so. Right. So we'll draw a line down there for the hopium. Man, if DBZen goes to 40 cents and you have $1,000, what a fucking come up. This is kind of where I'm at with it. The protocol itself works. So regardless to what anyone thinks, oh man, about the fees and things like that, it works on all chains. Like I'm coming back alive on Avalanche, but then I just started playing again. I got so much fucking AZEN. I'm like, shit, I might as well just play this shit again. Fuck it. Start over. Start over from scratch. But yeah, it was actually not that bad to get in today and get a couple, you know, 100 dB or ADBZen. So again, this is I think people are being a little too hard on DBZen. I mean, I'm being pretty hard on it because I want it to perform well, but I think, yeah, that's probably why we're all being really hard on it, because we want it to perform, and we saw its performance at the beginning of its existence. So, you know, recalibrating back to that performance, everyone wants it. The thing is that there needs to be more infrastructure built around everything. So I have some ideas. I'm pretty sure other people have ideas. I've seen on the XENPub. So XENPub has a forum now, and there's some people here on the forum in the DBZen area. So if you go over here on the general side, you see DBZen. There's some people that are trying to start, you know, proposals and thinking of different things to jump on top of DBZen. And I was saying the same thing. I mean, the way to curve DBZen is to start creating DAOs inside of the platform and pulling Zen together to be burned as a unit, and having burn managers in a sense where people are managing pool burns to make sure everyone gets their XN allocation. Yeah, and I mean, I would say build it with the contract so that way you don't have to do anything. Everything's automated. So it's like a contract pool of AI pool on top of this shit. That would be so dope. But yeah, free idea. I'm polishing mine, so I already got a head start. But yeah, I've started doing Phoenix again because Joe Blau was working on his bank, and I feel like there won't be any better token to have for his little bank wallet custodial idea than Phoenix. So I'm trying to get ahead of the game, and I'm still keeping my Phoenix around, staking it, hoping I can do liquidity pools. Maybe if more people start to believe in Zen, like if they really start believing in it and holding it, trading it, and creating liquidity pools. Again, I think DBZen, the way we can save this and salvage it is by creating a Zen DBZen pool and duct taping the value of DBZen now to Zen itself. Right? Like DBZen is kind of hurt by itself, yo. Like it 100% needs Zen. Like if you've been in the Twitter spaces for so long and you've already forgot that like DBZen needs Zen, you gotta get out the Twitter spaces, bro. What up, Crypto Cray? What up, Zen Dog? We'll make a lot more money with Zen than we'll ever with DBZen. I don't know, Zen Dog. You see what I mean? Like that kind of comment right there, like that's division. There's no reason to divide anything in Zen. Everything is Zen. Why is it like what is the division? They both do better together than apart. So there was never a division. But that's what I mean though. That's if you listen to the status quo, it was a good idea, but yeah, we're more mature at this point in the stage. Like DBZen will do better if it's duct taped to Zen. So it has a support system. Because it cannot do it by itself. DBZen cannot do it by itself. Like it's on an island by itself right now, because there's no pools, and I don't know. I see opportunity. DXN. So when we look at DXN, you see there's no Zen pool. Still, I used to have DXN in the Zen pool. But I mean, I guess I pulled it out too. But yeah, like that's kind of where I see this being hurt. Like imagine if it was daisy chained to Zen, and then as Zen is rising in price, it's automatically pulling up the DXN price. Right now, like Zen is going up. DXN, if it was daisy chained to Zen, it would be fucking mooning with us. But instead, it's duct taped to ETH, and no one in Ethereum community cares about it enough. So that's the problem. Like that's the whole problem here. And I mean that's why I'm like, yo, I already know how to answer this problem. And maybe maybe Roz wants someone from the community to answer it, because that helps them out a lot. That's like with Jack Levin and XENblocks. XENblocks became much easier to leverage when Woody came out with the GPU miner and not Jack. And in the very beginning of XENblocks main chat, so like in the Telegram here, in the very beginning, Jack was saying he wasn't gonna make it GPU. That's what he was saying. It's GPU resistant. Like I'm not gonna make it. So somebody else came along and made GPU, made it so everybody had to spend more to interact with the mining protocol. And yeah, now we're here today. But again, that action of Jack being like, "No, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna do anything." That was actually a smooth move, because now he doesn't own the most successful thing that is XENblocks. The whole community owns that. There's nothing more powerful than that type of shit when you're developing. Now all he has to do is build all the communication around the miner, and since he's a server guy, who's been having servers talk to each other probably for like 40 years now. Yeah, or at least 30. Okay, I won't. Okay, I don't know. I maybe just made Jack sound like he's like 60 something. Okay, maybe 30 years. 30 years in the server room. And like that much experience creating nodes that are connecting around the globe at finite speeds, speed of light, as we're saying right now. Like, of course, Jack Levin did it, dude. He worked at Google, and he made the Google Cloud and Gmail. Like, imagine how much experience he has when they scaled Gmail in the 2000s. Like, it's crazy. So I'm not surprised. This is the chain we have going on right now. But again, the most impactful thing from this experience is that Jack did not create the most successful piece of the puzzle. So he does not own XENblocks. He created the idea, but the community stole it from him already. Which, take that shit. Thank you. Hey man, thanks for that file, bro. We good now. Thank you. We good now. So I think we're maybe I'm putting some hopium on it, but I'm praying that that's what we're seeing in DBZen. I'm praying and hoping that this is all orchestrated on purpose, so something good comes from the community before it comes from their team. And it maybe not. Maybe they're not thinking that way, but I think that'd be a really good way to take this to the next level, right? And then the way and as a community, me just being a community figure, I guess I'm saying my proposal for this idea is that it's not duct taped to Zen. So that's why DXN is failing and finding support. Instead of, going green, it's only going to keep finding support, falling down, finding support. People make some money off of that and it goes down again, and you're saying to yourself, I don't want to feed the whales or whatever, but it's beyond that at this point. How am I trying to say this? It's not that it's beyond the whales. It's just that it's a fair launch. So anyone can take advantage, and you shouldn't let like whales make you nervous if you like it a lot. And I think it's salvageable. Maybe I'm crazy, but I think DBZen is salvageable. I am still under the impression that every day is a new day in DBZen, because you can just buy the coins and stake them. So if more people had that theory that, hey, I'm supposed to buy 1,000 coins and stake them, then that would change the narrative here too. But we don't have anybody coming in every day saying, I'm gonna get 1,000 DXN. Like right now, like that's why it's like right now, geez, 1,000 DXN is nothing, bro. Goodness. Don't forget he invented and patented the click it. Yeah, the drag and drop. That's just crazy. Yeah, I mean that's why I like XENblocks. Zen is everything about Zen makes sense. The people who try to confuse everyone, I'm sure they're doing it because each piece of the puzzle can influence someone's demeanor, and the most lucrative one that everyone has reach on is Zen. So now a lot of people are gonna make up, like I've already seen comments in my post on X where people are saying like, oh, you guys are front running XENblocks, but anybody can do it. But because it's not accessible, it's not a button, there's always going to be people who say, well, that was hard to do. They're not gonna keep it real and just be like they couldn't do it. They're gonna say it's hard to do, so they front run us. But yeah, that's kind of why, again, I'm paying more attention to how the gigabrains are moving than to how the whales are moving. Going forward, I used to follow the whales, and that's why I had a total different mindset when it came to Titan this time around, because I didn't have a whales mindset. I wasn't trying to follow the whales. I knew they were going to be over there, but and I know they're still over there, and I know it could be saved. But how many times can you salvage Titan X? I don't know. I think DBZen and versus Titan X salvageable over multiple times of failure. I think DBZen still would outcome more rotations of failure, because it didn't fail like this in the first day. So this is already not DBZen. Who wants to think of a better costume? Raz or Jack? They both would be bad vampires. Raz should be an IndyCar racer. He's got that like body type. He like show up in like a F1 racing outfit. If he's listening, that's a free idea for tomorrow. I think the first bruh to you should just be like, free idea. I heard ASICs cost 30K. Yeah, no, ASICs are hella expensive. It would be great if Xenians met and brainstormed DApp ideas for X1, discuss tokenization, buy and burns, and differences. Yeah, no, I mean, that's the next level up on X1. See, and this is again why I'm still bullish on Phoenix. I'm bullish on DVZen. I'm bullish on Zen Game, because you're still getting X1 allocation, and that 21 node verifying idea, that's probably gonna have some weight to how much XN you're holding. So if you are saying to yourself, yo, I still want to be a node and I don't have the technical skills to mint XENblocks, like maybe you really don't, maybe this shit really is intimidating, your opportunity to be a part of the infrastructure is still X1 chain, you know. And they have here on XenPub, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a burn tracker where you can drop in your wallet address and you can see how much Zen you've burned over time, you know, so you can keep track of your X1 allocation. And for anyone out there saying that shit's not going to come out and fudding it up, fuck them. That shit coming out. We already know it because of Xenium. Like, come on, man. It's dumb now to think it's not going to come out. So anything burning Zen is still going to get you X1 allocation. And why I still think we have a choke point or some sort of realization on the way where all Zens come to the same conclusion, which is, damn, we're burning all this shit for X1 chain. Like this, that's a bigger goal than holding on to this and selling it, right? That's what makes Zen become, in my opinion, really unstoppable. Once all the Zenians catch on that they need to be burning their Zen, not selling it. We're gonna get stressed to that point though. What I mean by that is, like, there's no liquidity, so theoretically people are already doing that practice and working out those behaviors without even knowing they're doing it. But if we can execute better behaviors as a collective group, then that shit would make Zen go north. But I know we're not there yet. We're almost there. We're like 2024 more people. That's what I'm saying. Q4 2024. Imagine what we have today times 100 more people, possibly 200 more people. You know, Q4 2025. Imagine what we have 24 today times 4, 5, 6. You feel me? Then 2026 and so on. And this is because, again, Zen is part of the revolution of self-sovereignty and becoming your own personal bank, being your own person and not having to rely on a central entity to provide value to your finances. You know, maybe you find financial freedom, but at the same time, you can gain a lot of education. Where'd that come from? I hear talking. Whoa. I don't know where that's coming from. That's funny. When I hear some random noises, I'm like, what the fuck? I think then we got folks like Clout Cox who says, like, I didn't know because I don't read it, because I don't care to read into it, then starts to cry about complaining about coin tools. Yeah, what I feel like, I don't know. I fucks with Clout. I spent a lot of Twitter space rooms with bro. See, something that I do take away from a lot of the Twitter spaces is that some people really just don't know. And they don't care to know, but they're there in their liquidity. And it's kind of sad to say it that way, but it's up to them to not want to channel and want to travel through crypto being just fucking liquidity. Like, it takes a lot to change your mindset to become supply, right? Like, I move in as if I'm a supplier, right? Like, I'm like, yo, I got the stuff. You got the stuff. Meanwhile, there's someone else who's just like, hey, all I got is this stuff to buy stuff. So it is like a weird road where people come in and they justify that their actions based on lack of knowledge. But at the same time, I feel for those people because they really just don't know, but they want to know, but it's just not in their life. It's kind of sad. Maybe one day though, like I do think if you want to become full crypto, you got to go in. Like you can't let yourself think like I can't read, I can't do this. Like you got to throw that shit out the window. You can't tell yourself I can't chat GPT. Like you got to throw that shit out the window. Like what are you doing? Like you've got the gift. Once you say to yourself I can't do it, that means you can do that shit. Straight up. So go out there and do that shit. And they're like I'm saying, buddy, I feel like there's just some people, unfortunately, they're under that illusion, or they're really they're trolling. You know, it's either or. It's either you're trolling and you're making people who feel good about, or you're making people who feel really bad about people who are stupid feel bad about you, and you're trolling, or you're really stupid. You know, it's either or. So I hope homie starts reading. It's in his best interest. Giving them nuts. Yo, what up, Zen Diochland? Diochland. I was watching a documentary about hyperinflation in Germany in 1920, and I learned a lot about the Deutsche Bank. I was like, is this where he got his name from? That's hard. Squirrels brought his homies to spin the block. Now I got the squirrels out the crib. They gone now. It was traumatizing me for a second though. Shout out to them though. They was trying to hibernate. They were like, man, we got a new crib. Like, hey guys, come up here. We got a new crib. But yeah, so I'm hearing a lot of people are learning right now in Zen, and that's really good to hear. That's kind of why, again, I hope people are learning how to stay motivated over everything, because that's what's really going to drive you home. If you can stay motivated on your favorite chain, you'll outlive the FUD. Like anybody who stayed motivated on Pulse chain, man, did they outlive that dump? And now the sky's the limit. So right now, Pulse chain, just to look at it, it's seeing a dip here, and it came up and it tested this area. So what I do is assume is there's probably a lot of people who pumped this up, took profits, went back to ETH, got into Titan. So now they're going to be, a little salty if this starts to move up. So they're going to take more profits if it keeps going. But I wouldn't say it can't, because you see this is a well-respected downtrend. Right? This is coming from this low back here before things moved. Right? So this pump literally came back up and got rejected off of there. Let's see, was that on the 15? If it was. So one giant hurrah up to this support, got knocked down, and that's what I'm saying. There's some people that do want to push the price, but we do have a lot of sellers on the PZen side of things. Again, but the coolest thing about PZen is that the AA or the EAA is gone. So every day the AMP keeps the supply of daily Zen capped. So that's good. And the only people who have extra Zen coming out are people who manage to make mints that are ending right now with EAA. And only so many people did that. And that's why I'm like, yo, this has a chance to really change its tune once it filters out some of these bad not bad actors, but just people who don't want to see PZen shine. So they're sitting in like tons of liquid Zen, and they're gonna keep selling it down instead of staking it and letting the price rise. It just be like that. That's how haters be, bruh. We'll see how Zen and alts react when BTC pulls back. Oh, I haven't even looked at Bitcoin. It's Monday. I ain't paying attention. Actually, I've been waiting for a phone call so I can get the other pieces to my puzzle. Oh, look at Glamour. Moonbeam looking good. Hope you got your Zen mints in. It's not gonna be 50 cents no more. Moonbeam looking good. Oh shit. Let's look at buying Bitcoin. I don't know, man. I think Bitcoin is looking pretty good. Fucking scammer Jack, says Remy. Lols. Remy, you meant to put Jake. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't know. You're not kidding though. So am I kidding? You got the wrong J person there. He has no plans. I love that you just come in to the chat and you're just like, you stay in character. I love it. But yo, Diochland, bro, you might want to change your vibe a little bit, bro. This is looking different. And like I was saying, I do think Bitcoin is actually moving up. I think we're on a move. I've turned full bullish on Bitcoin. I think this is the time where we start to see that move to the north. People start to, be sad they didn't buy back here. I'm not gonna be this bearish person that says we're going back to 15. The only way I can see that on the table again is if there's literally nuclear war. So as long as we take the nukes off the table with the mainstream conscious, everything should be okay. And I'm sure we're getting to that area because the world is starting to calm down. I mean, okay, there's a lot of shit going on. I don't want to say like it's calming down, like less people are dying. But I do know here in America, Halloween has hijacked the psyche, man. Motherfuckers are dressing up right now. They don't give a fuck about nothing going on unless it's tequila and pumpkins. So seeing how this first holiday has affected the social status of Americans, I do think we are in this area of opportunity for people to be buying into Bitcoin and believing in the transition out of pain, which is the dollar. And I was saying this again. Oh, perfect. Right on time. So I was saying this on Friday. I was talking this relationship between the Dixie and Bitcoin, and how when the Dixie is going up, so we see right here, July 17th through August 17th, the Dixie is popping. And this is the dollar index. It's a basket of currencies around the world that are traded against the dollar. So it's a nice indicator because it's the world pretty much indicator of the dollar's value, right? Regardless to inflation. So that almost had me. They almost got my ass. I was like, oh, this should keep going up in price because inflation should keep going up. So people are going to keep buying the dollar index to offset their balances. But now, and in reality, since this is in hyperinflation mode, technically it should do exactly what it's doing, which is finding a top and starting to risk off or risk on, where people are using dollars to buy things like Bitcoin, to buy things like Apple stock, to buy things like oil stocks, things that can, utilities, things that can make money, bro, like things that people need because we are headed into a public recession. So you want to be hedged into things that people need in a real recession, which Bitcoin was built for. So it is kind of cool to see on a Monday this pulling back and Bitcoin going up, because then this is also a signal that people could potentially start getting into Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin gets above 38, I've been saying this for a while, like that's the real target, $38,000 Bitcoin. So if we can pop up there, because again, people are selling off in this area. I mean, let's look at the this is the shorts. I don't have the SPY on this one. Let's look at the SPY. Spy on him. So the SPY is falling down too. That's pretty nuts. Yeah, this is topped out. So this is exactly this moment where the stock market is crashing and Bitcoin is pumping. This is what it was built for. So I can't really get bearish on this moment, because this is the moment where we all supposed to be cheering and rooting for the future of cryptocurrencies being, again, implemented into reality, and everybody understanding, hey, this is more than just digital bits. This is a store of value. You can trace, track, and be your own privacy. You know what I'm saying? That's the power, and that's the price is technology. That the price is the technology. So if you think that technology can change the world, then this price is probably going to change the world. We got the 50K Bitcoin going into Pi Day 2024. That's March 13th or 14th, 24. It's my little prediction there. 50K Bitcoin. I love you too, Remy. Big ups. But yeah, shout out Street City West. He had mad confidence in this move, so I'm partying for him. I'm celebrating for him. And above this, and this 50 is getting ready to get above this 200 again, and that's what you want to see. Anytime the 50 gets above 200, we start to see that move. Like, what the hell? But yeah, everything's looking really, really good here-wise as well. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, I guess. I want to keep it short and sweet this week. I'm going to try not to have 2-hour streams. Again, we got the memberships rocking, so big ups to Shaka Vibes for dropping some membies for those out there. If you want to upgrade yourself to support the channel further and find yourself in a AMA session with me every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern, where we just talk about crypto, we talk about charts. I kind of just give away some of my expertise, and we just dive in on different types of things. That's my $10 tier, where for $10 a month you get 4 exclusive live streams, bro. That's pretty fucking G. I mean, crypto's getting ready to take off, so if I could get a $10 class or $10 a month class on Bitcoin in 2013, I fucking would have been doing it. That's for damn sure. But yeah, that's kind of my whole purpose on that. That's just to support the channel and support the knowledge. But yeah, you don't have to be there because we're gonna be here. But yeah, not gonna be streaming for like 2 hours anymore. That's a little too long, bro. I gotta save some goodness. So yeah, make sure you follow me on X as well, so you can get all that good jazz. 6-foot squirrel about to pop out. I don't want no squirrels popping out nowhere, bro. Yeah, make sure you follow me on X. Just more world peace, or look up crypto bruh 3 H's. Remember to do you always and forever. And you'll be able to see all my jazz there. But we'll be back tomorrow, talking that good old crypto. Yeah, looks like everything is moving how it needs to move. So I'm hyped. Goes in blocks. Peace.